conversations like we did on the Twitch, just immediately jump in.
Well, to be fair, today's YouTube show was pretty much like this also, right? We didn't have anything to, so we were just kind of, I nearly started calling Bob a Republican on that. That was terrible. I'm sorry about that, Bob.
That's okay.
Bob's not a Republican guy. Everyone knows that, right, Bob?
Yeah, no, it's a bit. We're fine.
Yeah. I mean, you enjoy hunting, but that's different, Bob's one of the, in terms of moral compass, Bob is legit one of the best people I know. Legitimately, he has empathy. He actually takes a moment, especially now. I think, Bob, you'll agree that it wasn't always this way, but you actually take a moment to think about, what's going on here, the people involved, the human element. Rob O'Neill's a good guy. Got some people here. They seem fired up. Very familiar names. Now, most of them look like the Grinner Circle to me.
Hell yeah.
Fair. Guys, question. Can you guys leave super chats on this channel? If so, please leave one. Yes, I'll give you mod powers, JJ. Give me 1 second.
Bob, send a super chat.
I'd have to go into the actual YouTube and do that, but
yeah, they can't do it anyway, Jeremy.
They can't. Okay, so here's the deal with that. I will add mods. Jesus. All right, I will mod Joel Pearl. There you go, Joel Pearl. Where's JJ? JJ, you are now modded. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we can't monetize this for at least 30 days because of what it used to be, the MMA channel. We
fucking cowards.
Yeah, kind of lost things on that. So for at least 30 days, we ain't making nothing off of this damn thing.
So here's what we're going to do, guys. Bob O'Neill is going to fund this show moving forward. He's going to sponsor every show we do on here. He says he's going to pay us at least $100 for each show. Bob, can you expand on that a little bit? That was your idea, right?
Yeah, I think it's only fair, for the next 30 days.
So, guys, I promoted on Twitter. This is in the box. This is exclusive. This is groundbreaking. I was doing the Distraction podcast, a very famous show on Fightful.com. Not all affiliated to LateNightGrin.com. And my brother texts me, and I've never felt more like a kid in all my life, guys. My brother texts me, "Hey, man, you need to come see me when you can. I don't care if you're on the air, off the air. You got to come see me." And I head up there, and I find out, he's revealed to me that my brother from Australia, who will be seeing this eventually, so I need to credit him, even if he is a dipshit and he's Bob's biggest fan. He has sent this my way, which actually breaks one of my rules because Joe's really old and I don't think he wrestles anymore. But Bob, this fucking rules. You're an action figure. Look at this shit. Can you see it? The lighting?
No, I love that.
There's a little bit of glare because you should unbox it.
I'm not doing that on the air. That'll go poorly for me.
No, that's cool. I like
that. That's the Samoan Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to give a shout out to my brother. I appreciate it. I hope it didn't cost him too much because he's getting a little bit crazy with the action figures. Everyone knows I'm very. Get a certain price, I just punch the guy and leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brother rules.
It's interesting that you've said that.
You know his brother?
He likes a lot of my tweets, and that's really all it takes.
I feel like he might like some of mine, but I don't know who your brother is on Twitter. I probably do. I just don't.
Yeah, it's like he's just his name. There's not many Hulberts.
Well, then he doesn't like any of my tweets.
Okay, well he's the one that got actively hot at me when we were cutting Bob off. When we were doing the angle where Bob was going to do an hour, and I kayfabed him as like, "You're going to get a lot more, Bob. Just like let it play out." And he was such an arse about it that I had to tell him the angle. I was like, "Yeah, Bob's going to do the show for an hour. Okay, you happy now?" He loves Bob. He's a big fan of Bob.
That's our demographic.
Often keeps me in check and ensures that I'm not being too mean to Bob. I tell him, "Bob, please tell him we're friends, please."
We are very good pals.
Now, what's funny about?
I had to download an app just to talk to Joseph. It's the only person I talk to on there.
You get the WhatsApp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what's funny about this figure is you'll notice here on the packaging. This series is Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, and Kane. So it's a really star-studded lineup. This is from Joe's famed run as a bootlicker on SmackDown Live, where he would wear the blue shirt like all of the other brand horse shit stuff that they do. I'm not too keen on that, but it looks pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Survivor Series, Bob. Do you like the Survivor Series?
It's okay. I mean, I
went to the last Survivor Series with
did.
fans, right?
He's a bootleg.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could do without the brand versus brand stuff, but I think what have I been to 3 Survivor Series? Yeah, so
Really?
yeah.
What Survivor Series have you been to? 2019.
Yeah, that one. 2014 with the Authority against Team Cena, where
God,
Sting
that
showed
ruled.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
and
that
then
was cool.
2012 when they did Punk against Cena against Ryback, and the Shield came out.
Oh.
Now, Bob, would you buy a Brock Lesnar figure in which he's wearing like a brand shirt, like a dipshit?
I don't think he's ever like done that, so it'd be
No.
weird. So
What a surprise that Brock wouldn't be made to do that. Let's see what this. When was this? Do you reckon, Bob? You was at 2019. Was Joe on that brand in 2019?
he was not.
This is probably 2018 then, right?
Yes.
2018 Survivor Series.
Because what is it? It's a SmackDown Live, right? So that was when they were
Yeah.
still on Tuesdays.
Oh, of course, the land of opportunity. SmackDown. Did they win that night? No, they lost. Oh my God, this match. Okay, guys, here we go. Survivor Series 2018, Team Raw, which was Braun Strowman, Bob Lashley, Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler, defeated Team SmackDown, which was Miz, Shane O'Mac, Ray Jr., Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy.
Oh my God.
This was the night where Raw swept SmackDown.
Oh.
For no reason.
SmackDown got the pre-show win.
Yeah.
New Day got the pre-show win, right?
And like I'm looking at the women's one, and it's like Alexa was like the team coach. Do you remember that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The men's match only went. Oh no, it went 24 minutes. Never mind. I was reading the wrong thing. Samoa Joe lasted 35 seconds.
Seems
So-
bad.
Good showing. It's about as good as Walter showed.
Iconic figure right there, guys. The 35 seconds of Samoa Joe that we got at Survivor Series. So I'm missing. It's a great figure.
I mean, that was a really weird time for Raw, though, too, because like Roman had to step away, and then they just didn't do anything like to make up for it.
I know you're a Brock fan, and like we're both fans of him as a worker, but that was a great version of like, what the fuck, man? Like just going straight back to Brock. I know Braun is what he is, but like just put the belt on Braun and let him figure it out. Like, don't. Do you remember that match where he got jumped by the F5 and just it was brutal.
Yeah, they had a Hell in a Cell match, and it ended in no contest.
Thing is, like, I want to say it's better now, but I don't know if it is.
Probably not, it's not.
Ronda and Charlotte was great on that show. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually my favorite Ronda match, I think. I'm pretty sure.
What I mean, she had like some good matches.
She did, yeah. I really like that one. That's pretty much
that one. That one is great. The Rumble match against Sasha.
Yeah, it's good.
What do we think rates that? We love this. The cage match gimmick.
The Banks one is higher on there, I'd guess. I didn't like it as much. I found when they were doing the portions where Banks was like out wrestling on the mat, I was like, I don't know, it just lost me a little bit. I got what they were going for, but they're both really good. I just preferred the Charlotte match. Charlotte match was really physical. It was like they were shooting on each other. Do you remember that, Bob?
Yes. Yeah, that was very good. That and Brock and Bryan were 2 very good matches on the Survivor Series.
Facts.
All right, Joseph. Do you want to do cage match ratings or observer ratings?
I would like to do cage match.
Okay. What do you think Charlotte or what do you think Ronda and Sasha got?
8.3.
Okay. And what do you think Charlotte and Ronda got?
7.9.
You were way off on both accounts. Not way off on Charlotte and Ronda. Not way off on Charlotte and Ronda.
Okay.
Charlotte Ronda 8.1.
Okay.
Ronda and Sasha. Does that change your opinion on what Ronda and Sasha got?
Well, I assume it's going to be a lot lower than I thought.
7.4.
Wow.
So they're on my side then?
Yeah. And Observer was 3 3/4 for Sasha and 4 1/4 for Charlotte. Yeah.
I thought I was in the minority on that, but I thought it was objectively better, so that's good.
Never doubt cage match.
Factual. Does pop me that nowadays on AEW TV, there's matches that get a 5 on cage match and get like a 4 stars from Dave. Pops me tremendously. And I'm not even saying it's like he's getting paid. Like he seems just enjoy the product in ring to a point where his leeway is more so than obviously everyone on cage match. That's fine. Bob, favorite Ronda Rousey match?
That That Sasha match is very good. The Charlotte match, I don't really like big matches ending with a DQ. I know they probably wanted to go back to it, but I think it might be the Sasha match.
Okay. Fair. She had good matches with Nia too, which is not, like, for someone of her experience level, was really impressive.
Yeah, that match at Money in the Bank before Alexa cashed in was very good.
The Nia match, match from Dave, same rating as the Sasha match.
It was really good. Like, that whole thing was a hell of a piece of business, man. Because when Alexa cashed in, that place, and you were there, Bob, right?
Yep.
That place went insane.
Yes.
Which I don't think was what they were going for, but like, fuck it, it got a reaction. That's what you want at the end of the day, right? Like, people went crazy for it. So, yeah.
So 3 3/4 stars for the Nikki match, the Nia match, the Natalya match, and the Sasha match. They're apparently all on the same level.
She was like a really good champ in ring.
Yeah.
I don't like her at all.
No.
But she was really, really good champ. Like, even the match she had with Alexa, where Alexa got concussed. Like, I think it's one of the best performances of Alexa's career. Like, she got concussed like 4 minutes into a match and did the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the thing with those matches is, like, I understand that based on the evidence you just said, everyone's like rightly praising Ronda, but I saw them two do that match at a house show, and it was very, very different, Jeremy. Very different to the Ronda that you were seeing on pay-per-view, because obviously, like, and rightly so, this is not me being critical, but those matches were really tightly produced.
Yeah.
So they were like extended fight scenes. And to her credit, Ronda sold incredibly well, which is like the natural. If you get that ingredient right and it's laid out, well, you'll be able to do it. But when she worked Alexa at this house show at the O2 that I was at, like, you could tell that she was being, you know, led through a match and getting better as it went. And it was pretty cool to watch that. There was one very funny moment you can get a gif of online where Alexa did the heel spot of standing on Ronda. And the referee started counting and Ronda didn't kick out. And Alexa was like half a second away from becoming the new women's champion for a shoot, and had to jump off of Ronda before he counted 3. It was tremendous because the referees in WWE just count, right? They ain't even
right. Yeah, they're told they counted like it's a shoot.
How hilarious would that have been, dude? She actually had to jump off Ronda to not win the title. That ruled. You can find it out there somewhere, guys. I'm telling you, it's on the interwebs. Bob, did you almost become the Raw Women's champion ever?
No, unfortunately
this
not.
Seems like it's going to end poorly if you're talking about, let's move on. You're talking about O'Neal pinning people.
I didn't say that. You said that. I just said
that's how you become the champion.
I didn't ask if you'd want Alexa to stand on him. You just sort of went that way. I wasn't going that way at all.
Well, he'd have to stand on Alexa to beat her.
But I was going to ask if he would have kicked out.
But you said, did he ever become the champion?
I'll be honest with you. My joke was going to be like the Bundy. I'll do 5 like Big E did. Okay. I was going to say that Bob would have requested that instead. but now we're about to unveil it in this fashion. I feel less good. I feel worse about it.
We just don't need O'Neal pinning anybody. That's it.
No, you're right.
Especially in the women's division.
I'm just having fun, man. Just having fun. I got a Samoa Joe action figure by my side when he was a blue bootlicker Joe. Yeah. And should I get the Kane figure and just kick the shit out of it?
No. I mean, if you get it for free, sure, but don't spend money on that.
Yeah. I was going to they put out the Stone Cold Ultimate figure today, and I'm like, with shipping, it's going to cost me $40. I'm not going to get it.
Bob. So my brother that sent me this has bought that figure, and he like FaceTimed me when he was like, that. But I'm just to be real with you, Bob. If you want a Stone Cold figure and you're filling yourself in terms of money, that thing is incredible. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because I'm a coward, but that is incredible.
No, I mean the Ultimate ones are nice. It's just again with shipping, it's like $40, and I don't know that they sell them in stores anywhere.
I don't know either, but it feels like an online thing, right, for the hardcores. Jeremy, have you bought any action figures yet?
I've not bought a single one.
Coward.
I'm not gonna buy.
You are. We've Jensen really thought we had you there for a moment. You was really reeling about Orange Cassidy and stuff.
I like spending money on this stuff, man. It's a lot.
Factual.
It is. I got other more pressing needs than an action figure that's just gonna sit there and taunt me.
Why don't you get your brother to just send you them like I just got there? That was
look. If people want to send me these action figures, great.
Not only did I not pay for this figure, I didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, if people want to send me figures, awesome. I'll take that every single day. But
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, guys, send action figures to Jeremy Lambert. Open, new, old, loose, the whole deal.
Yeah, just send me some figures. But yeah, me spending money on this stuff, I can't do it. I got to get new headphones, and those are.
From when you asked me what headphones I use, and I had to check myself.
I need to get some new ones. These are falling apart.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I looked at some that are like $100, and the EP was like, for headphones. I was like, yeah. She's like, I think the most I spent is like $15.
I agree. That's the same with mics and stuff. Right? Like, listen, I probably sound like shit right now, but guys, I'm just not. Like the last time I got a mic, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com was like, "We'll pay for the mic," and I'm just not gonna like send him a bill of like $150. I'm not doing it. Like I would have hated that whole process, even though he probably wouldn't have given a shit. And it's the same when I'm trying to buy like headphones or any of this stuff. It's like, I'll just sound like shit and make my audience suffer.
I mean, headphones, like, it's what you
exactly.
do.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay. Like, I did podcasts for a long time without even having a mic, so no one cares. It's fine.
You still don't have headphones.
Yeah.
No, I probably should. But
Joel Pearl, you're good about audio and stuff. What are some like affordable headphones that $100 for good headphones is still budget? Yeah, that's like some of them are like $350 and shit. Like, it's a lot for headphones.
Cowards. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. Bob, we had headphones last night for that wrestling card that we watched on latenightgrin.com, and we had a much more improved experience of it, didn't we, Bob?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We saw some friends of ours. It was very funny.
That was fun.
You guys made it through that whole show, all those matches?
It was actually like really fun because the variety was great,
Right.
Yes.
They didn't like I don't know if Bob did, but Confirmed Shoot did not have a great time with the Invisible Man, Invisible Stan thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he looked actively uncomfortable, like he was going to punch someone. So yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree with Almec that until I start making beats, I'm probably going to just stick with shitty headphones like this. I can make out what people are saying roughly, and if not, I'll just talk over them. So
see that's very fair. I was looking at some from Sennheiser, Joel. That's what I have now, and like I like these, and I think they're good, and it seemed like the good ones that are comfortable were about $100. Yeah, I'm wearing mine like all the time because I'm wearing them all the time, so I need them to be very comfortable. I need over the ear and to just be like super comfortable.
So the chat they're making a point that he did watch it on mute, the Invisible match, which like that definitely limits your enjoyment of it.
Yeah, that I don't know if I could watch that on mute. That's a tough sell.
Should I just text him that he's a coward?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell him to come on the show. He has the link.
I'm actually going to be an actual coward myself and say chat says you're a coward, which I haven't said. Because this is a group chat with Jack Crosby that you're not in, Jeremy, so it's very heated.
Is it?
Very heated right now.
Sony MDR 7.5. Let me see. Let me look at this.
AEW video game roster is going to be insane. It is. It's going to be wild.
I can't wait for that game.
Can't wait to do Luther versus.
Didn't you say you're just play like one match and just be like done with it?
I will legitimately probably do like Kingston versus Arn Anderson, but that was good. Anyway, back to making up TEW databases that I won't play. I love the headphones talk.
These look good. The Sony MDR. These are the kind of style that I'm like looking for. But yeah, like.
Bro,
98.
I bought like shitty headphones from like the airport and had them for like 3 years. I don't. You're podcasting with an outlier here, an outlaw.
See, I don't listen to a lot. Here's the thing: like I don't listen to a lot of music in my headphones, like when I'm working and whatnot. It's just audio. Like I'm listening to interviews and I'm doing podcasts. I mainly need something that is comfortable. The sound isn't as big of a deal because I can typically make out what people are saying. The sound isn't as big of a deal of just the comfort of wearing them for 12 hours a day.
Fair. That's very fair. James, we liked that match an awful lot, so I would suggest you go back. The Oracle had just woken up, and he was somewhat grumpy that he had to watch a 30-minute Kenny Omega match. We ended up agreeing it was really good. So we wasn't very mean about it in the end. Other than Bob, but he's, it's Bob. God, it's good to be on StreamYard and have the chat like there rather than Twitch shutting down every 2 minutes and restarting like it did for me the last 2 months.
Yeah, the Skype would cut in and out on you.
It's very sad, very aggressive.
It's all right. We're on the StreamYard now. We even got in a little gimmick. If you go to the Fightful.com homepage, there's even like a little live streaming banner just on the homepage. I didn't know if that was going to be a thing because I didn't know if that was tied to our channel or not, but apparently it is. So now anytime we're live, if you are on the homepage of Fightful, you realize that people are live, which doesn't seem great, but
agreed. I agree with you, James. I think I've praised Kenny Omega a lot on this show. And you'll never hear me say that Kota Ibushi is bad. And I love Hiromu. Naito is cool. I ain't like big fan, but he's good, obviously. So I knew I'd like it. That's why I put it on the playlist. But Oracle is he needed more convincing. But then at about the halfway point, he decided that he likes all of them. So
it did. The fact that it was a 33-minute video, but only a 21-minute match.
Yeah,
it was helpful because if that match was actually 33 minutes, I think you guys would have disliked it a little bit more.
Yeah,
maybe not you, but
yeah, I think sometimes a lot of that stuff gets branded as melodrama.
Right.
And I think a lot of people just dismiss it when it's that match was never going to be there. It was just going to be awesome moves for the last 5 minutes after a whole lot of other stuff. The ending stretch of it was incredible. The first 10, 15 was basically a house show match, which is fine. Confirmed shooters replied, tell them to go fuck themselves. So, there you
Why
go.
does Confirmed Shoot hate everybody except for you? I don't feel
he likes Tony Khan.
Yeah, okay.
He likes Buddy Matthews.
All right. He doesn't
Eddie
like
Kingston.
me. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me.
He doesn't like the idea of Jeremy Lambert, Fightful lead wrestling writer.
What does that mean?
Well, you have to realize that the Confirmed Shoot has made a career of being fucking blocked by dirt sheets and wrestling news sites.
Okay.
So he probably only decided in the last 2 years that I'm a good guy after following me for 5 years. So you got to give him another 3 years to kind of whittle away the.
Do you think he's gonna try to punch me when we go to the hockey game in a couple weeks?
That's hilarious that you just said that after you're going to a hockey game with him.
Yeah, I am.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't like me. But we're going to hockey in a few weeks.
You know exactly what I don't.
It's true, right? Shoot, you need another 3 years to whittle, just for wrestling media, bro.
We're going to a hockey game together, though.
He's going to beat the shit out of you. I've already told you that. You got to just be ready for it.
Our significant others are going to be there. We don't need to get into a fight.
He likes Buddy Matthews. Remember that.
I'll bring him a Buddy Matthews shirt. I won't. But...
Okay.
1,000 days. Is it the countdown for how long it's going to take for him to like me?
That seems too brief.
Wow, too brief.
Takes him a long time, man. I'm telling you. We only shared DMs in the pandemic, which is very telling because fuck, everyone was sharing DMs in the pandemic. We were all bored, right?
You guys got a group chat that I'm not part of.
Yeah. Sorry, I just when the iPhone text does the it notifies you again, you've missed it.
Uh-huh.
I just was reminded that he told everyone to go fuck themselves.
Fair.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. The Confirmed. He's very creative. He's very good at wrestling podcasting, which I think caught him off guard. Didn't actually surprise me. Very witty guy. To quote Bob O'Neill, if he'd have started this 5 years ago, he'd be running the game.
Mm-hmm.
Which Bob followed by saying, what does that even mean? Who is running the game? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's getting over that Confirmed Shoot character. He's getting off the shows and receiving DMs about how fucking good he is at his job. And that's something that happened to me when I first started doing the distraction, which has stopped now because everyone's just kind of, they've just accepted it. Which will happen to you too, shoot. Enjoy the compliments while they last. All I get now is people tweeting me, telling me that they disagree with my opinions, which is always good.
That's fun, yeah.
No, I actually get a lot of nice DMs from people, just showing love. It's very cool. But Shoot's, he's a fucking star, man. And I think the difference with Shoot is he got himself over, which like some people that I'm not going to name, that may or may not be on the stream right now, we made them, Jeremy, but Shoot got himself over, and I appreciate that.
Shoot's very good. When I saw what he did for the Gren, that's tremendous. Like I said,
you got to tell the people here, Jeremy. Like I'm promoting it very prominently, but I'm not ribbing, right? That's special.
No, it is absolutely tremendous. And I'm sure, like obviously, it'll be on the show tomorrow, and you're not going to reveal it before then. I do think like on Twitter, maybe sometime over the weekend, you should like post it and let people know what they're missing if they're not paying $1.
True, I agree. Aiden, I responded to your DM. I did not sell it. Please do not spread scandalous lies about me. I replied to most DMs other than the ones that tell me that Alexa Bliss is good, because I don't need that anymore in my life. Bob, do you get any DMs from Alexa Bliss stands?
No, I have not ever upset them, I don't think. I mean, probably, but
yeah, you have.
Not to the extent of some other ones.
You definitely have.
I'm surprised they're not offended when you said that you wanted to like kill you. I thought that would probably fire them up, but Shoot says, I have no idea why I'm a topic on this show, but feel free to keep putting me over while I'm doing my shoot job.
Because he's a coward. That's why he became a topic. Because the chat called him a coward.
It's true.
Yeah, well, he is a little bit of a coward, but he's, if you was to rank us in terms of who's the most cowardly, he's probably least, if we're being honest. I'm a pretty big coward. I'll take the fault and say I'm probably bottom of the table. Jeremy, you may have something to say about Bob. I'm not saying you're an absolute coward. You wouldn't say Fed dead on the show for like 3 months. Nothing wrong with it. I get it, but we're cowards.
Am I a coward? I mean, I'm sure I am.
You may not be. That's what I'm saying. You have a case. You may argue that, but Bob and I are cowards, definitely.
Yeah, I mean O'Neal, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I used to be an absolute warrior. I used to throw people out of wrestling media like I was running a bar. But I'm a coward now. I don't want to do any of that because I think most of these people are full of shit. So I don't want. I'm going to pick sides. Yeah. So Shoot is Daniel Bryan and Bob is Roman Reigns. No, Bob is Seth Rollins, aren't you, Bob?
Wow.
No, come on.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, O'Neal's offended by that.
That got us big reactions when I said he was hunting Republicans. That tells you a lot about Bob's takes on Seth Rollins. Joe, did you get the Hangman figure? Absolutely, I did. But I went and purchased that one myself. That one, I mean, that fucking rules. Comes with the beer jug, and it says Cowboy.
Shiznit?
No, it says Cowboy Shot, it says on his thing.
Oh.
Which rules. Because obviously they have to be cowards, but they didn't completely go full coward. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I had to pull his head off to get the like bandana thing off his neck, which was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
You said he broke it?
It was actually easy because like you had to just pull it off and pop it back on. But like, Jensen said it on the show the other day about like he never wants to have to pull his figures apart. Bro, I couldn't do that. That was terrifying. Like just twisting it and God bless. Yeah, Shoot's putting himself over in the chat. Listen, man, Tottenham Hotspur suck. I'm not, but that's my team. I got all of the shirts because people. Tope Suicida has DM'd me.
Okay.
He says Lexi is good, all caps.
Like the whole thing, or just Lexi was all caps?
The whole thing, which is actually disrespectful.
Oh, yeah. That makes it seem like you weren't capitalizing Lexi for the gimmick. It's just you were very excited to just DM
Agreed.
Lexi is good. Yeah.
Redo that, please, Tope Suicida. Shoot points out that the Seth Rollins comparison works because both have bad knees. I'm intrigued on who Shoot has got you framed as, Jeremy, in this WWF comparison.
I don't want to know. I'm kind
Are
of.
you assuming it's like
It'd probably
Humberto
be like
Carrillo?
Drew or somebody.
Drew McIntyre?
Yeah, I feel like he'll frame me as Drew.
Fair. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I understand it's not great. But like, if you really think about the grand scheme of the World Wrestling Federation, it's
not great.
Yeah. Don't put Bob in the same sentence as Tyler Black. No comment. He said you're Dolph Ziggler.
I'll take that.
I'm not sure about that.
Why?
I don't, because that's his least favorite wrestler ever.
Oh.
Now have I said that?
Yeah.
Victory
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of, your opinion of Dolph Ziggler.
He fucking hates Dolph
opinion.
Ziggler. He hates the man.
Well, that makes sense then. He hates me, so that makes sense if he thinks I'm Dolph Ziggler.
Does that make me Bob Roode? Yeah, I don't know, Frank. I don't know. I mean, that Steve Bruce situation is going to be fascinating. Maybe we'll help you out on that. I don't know. Dolph Ziggler and The Rock are best friends. I'm The Rock.
Fair.
If WWE was cutting your name down to just one of your names, what would you guys pick? I mean, that is an absolute massive L for me because my last name sucks. I'd probably just be Joseph as like a heel. I'd spell it differently maybe for fun. I'm not doing Hulbert. Hulbert sounds like a sort of malfunction.
I don't know. I don't think I'd use Jeremy. That's just.
You'd have to be Lambert, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Lambert.
Lunatic Lambert. There you go.
I'd probably brand me as that. Like that.
Yeah, I'd be. Yeah, because Madcap Moss is like literally something that we would do on T-Dub. Like legit, if you actually think about how crazy that name is, good lord, man. But just Bert.
Bert's good.
What classic wrestlers do you think you'll get for the AEW game besides Owen? I mean, all of that, like I know it's a bad answer, but like on Tully, all those guys go without saying. But hoping for Brett. They may sneak in the other guy.
I don't think they're getting Brett because I still think Brett is a
coward.
Better Legends stuff.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting Brett.
Bob, if you could only use like one part of your name because you was in the World Wrestling Federation and they shortened it, what part would you use? Would it be Robert, Bob, or O'Neill, or just Neil? Or O? Just O?
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah.
The big O. That was an actual thing.
Oh, that went very poorly from what I know. Yeah. Any answer, Bob?
No, I mean, I could go with Bert too.
Wow.
Bert and Bert? My God, what a tag team that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. I don't know.
What would you, the Bert and Bert, like, who would you guys gonna copy your style after? What I'm trying to say here, like, who would you guys kind of mimic?
I don't know, Bob. You probably know more shitty WWF tag teams than I do. It sounds like what we're going to be.
Probably the Beverly Brothers.
God bless.
Just throw dudes around.
I mean, you would probably be Big Bob if we're shooting here, right?
That's true, yeah.
But fucking just him being called Bob rules so much, man. The new bit where I call the show where the Big Bob plays is like, it's just incredible that you're a real human being. I don't know how we lucked out. I didn't even mean it as an insult. Like, he's just incredible. He's the best, man.
It's incredible that you're a real human being.
Let me tell you a story about Bob O'Neill, okay, guys? So last night we finished the show and we had some friends join us for our off-air post show. We're all celebrating Victory Lap, right? And Bob's looking a little bit tired. And he leaves. The camera goes, but he's still in the stream. He's just the camera's off. And it comes back on, and we're now on like Bob's lap, and he's looking down at us with a controller on camera, and he's like, "I'm playing PlayStation." It's like, okay, Bob, do what you want to do, man. Like, so we're talking, and I'm looking at Bob, and he like laughs every once in a while. He's playing this game. He's losing, as far as I know.
Yes.
That goes on for about an hour, and then he gets off camera again. It's like, where's Bob going now? He then returns in pitch black laying on his bed, seemingly like under the covers, like we're in like a, to quote Oracle, it looked like he was under a car, which is one of the funniest things anyone's ever said while I was on there. So what we realized was after 3 hours was that if we'd have just kept talking, Bob would have stayed with us forever. He would have just sat there getting more and more tired, not talking, because he's so polite and so nice. He refused to leave the stream. And in the end, I had to just be like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go to bed." So this little, everyone was like, "Yeah, I need to go." And I saw Bob's little grin as I said, like, "Bob, you would have stayed there the whole time, man. You're the best for that. It was tremendous."
Yeah, I mean, I was having a good time though too. That was the thing.
Good. So that's the gimmick for Bob. Someone said Bob Lesnar in the chat. Bob as Brock's like kayfabe son that he's just really disappointed in would be fucking incredible. Can you imagine that, dude? Imagine a vignette where Brock teaches Bob how to take someone to Suplex City and Bob just keeps fucking it up. And after like 2 suplexes, I'm done, Dad. I'm done with this. Oh, that would rule. And Paul Lee's there. God bless.
That'd be great. I kind of wanted to go back to this question of what legends will be in the AEW game, just because it made me think of the Legends of Wrestling games, which featured a lot of non-WWE guys.
Yes.
And I think on one of the shows you did, Joseph, you were talking about like specific arenas, and they did that in those games too.
Yes, they did. That's something that the AEW game definitely needs. Sorry, Bob. That's something the AEW game definitely needs to do. Is license the arenas, man. Like, don't give me Dynamite as a generic arena. Give me Arthur Ashe. Give me Daly's Place. Give me, United Center. Like, let me pick the arena and then the show brand. That would be a really cool little touch, I think. The UFC games did that, so it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem I'm running into is like looking at the last Legends of Wrestling game. A lot of these people have been in WWE games since then. But there's some guys here they could get. Like, I don't know the status of Brett. Also, like the Legends contracts aren't necessarily tied to the video game contracts, I don't believe. So
I would imagine that if WWE got wind of we're going to try to use Brett and like, I don't know, Austin, I'm just throwing names out there.
Yeah.
Hall, Nash, and all these people, they would they would do something about it.
Yeah, it's got to be like guys that WWE won't care if you use, I think. Like, just looking down this list, they could probably put like both the Steiners in there, which would be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. They won't. They may stay away from that just for the sake of Rex.
Yeah.
That would rule, though. DDP's a good one because he's like linked. So,
DDP's easily because he's part of AEW. Foley? Where about Foley?
Oh, that would kind of rule, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Foley would be interesting because I kind of feel like he might show up at that Long Island show they're doing. I don't know for sure. I mean,
wouldn't that be tremendous if he shows up there and not the
there's a segment,
Long Island show?
There's a segment to be done with Foley, Moxley, and Kingston. Yeah. I don't fully know what it is because I haven't followed through, but God, it feels like something there,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like a guy like Terry Funk could be in the AEW game for sure.
Oh yeah. They need to do something because Terry, from what we understand, is not doing too great. I would like some sort of Terry Funk tribute from the Fleet. That feels like something they would do. They're kind of protectors of wrestling history, and WWE acknowledges Terry Funk, but he's, in fairness, like he is not their history for the most part, right? Like he had that little run, so that'd be nice.
And people have said, I mean, Roberts is under contract with AEW, so those guys I feel like just go without saying.
That would be disappointing if they wasn't in, if we're being honest.
Right, yeah. Reese says Glacier. He had the one match. I could see him potentially being in there if,
Great.
I mean, I don't know how many people fucking use him just to pop themselves. Onita, that would be cool if they could
there you go.
Get him to be in there.
He probably would ask for $1 million.
Yeah. Amatic says Gangrel. See, that's one that could get WWE might come in with an offer or something on that. I don't know.
I always forget this, but when I talk about the arenas, yes, whoever said it in the chat, the Jericho Cruise is a natural too. That's you got to do that. That'd be awesome. Shoot, don't even bring up Crowbar shoot. Hoovy would be good.
Oh yeah, Hoovy would be good.
Because you get you could do classic Hoovy too.
Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, is he some great video game character you're going to want to play? Probably not, but.
No, yeah, maybe he'd probably. But the thing with this stuff is like, I could also see them being like, yeah, we got 100 full-time wrestlers to make. Let's just forget about all of this weird, quirky shit. Like, I also could see that.
It could be
It'd
like
be nice,
DLC
though.
stuff, though.
Yeah, and it'd be nice if they did like weird stuff to pop us. Like
Right.
Sandman comes out in the chat. You could do like an ECW thing because you obviously got Taz at the center. You got Jerry Lynn, Dean Malenko. Like you can do weird stuff. Obviously, you couldn't call it ECW, but CM Punk, the cold personality. Nick Gage, Reese says like stuff like that.
Look, dude, if Nick Gage is, I'm already gonna buy it anyway. But if
Listen,
Nick Gage is in the game, like I'm gonna buy that and just kick the shit out of so many people with Nick Gage.
The story of AEW is actually, what if you take a Major League Wrestling promotion that has all of the kind of, or many of the benefits that a WWE has, but without all of their dumb restrictions, Like, Nick Gage could actually be on that game. Muta could be on that game. Like, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Muta's a good one.
Yeah,
Zion is hurt? Jesus.
Oh, man.
Again? My friend just texted me that his career is going to be a bust with injuries.
Oh, no.
Well, physically, that's always been a real concern, right? I mean,
right.
Not many players are built like Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
Just be real about it. Yeah, the game's going to roll. It's not do Vince Russo, though.
No. What? Huh? Who's suggesting this?
Zapato? I mean, look, it would be funny to kick the shit out of him with everyone, but I'd rather he not get that pay.
Yeah.
God, we're going to have so much fun when this game drops, guys.
I'm going to
shit
stream
content.
the shit out of it on Twitch.
Well, have you heard Shoot's big pitch about, like, if TK's on it, we're going to have him kick the shit out of Bob?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, because Dana White on the UFC games, like, they did this thing that was incredible where they didn't give him, like, funny stats where he was 100. They just made him, like, a middle-of-the-pack guy. He had, like, 95 striking, 80 grappling. It's like, what the fuck? Why is Dana just rated like he's, like, a legitimate fighter? Either rate him as, like, the max as a pop or do him as, like, no, right? Like, he had, like, his hands. It was incredible. That's what TK should do. He should have, like, 95 overall. Picture of him with his arms crossed, like Taz. Yeah, someone's going to make Bob O'Neill. And that'll roll. Bischoff could actually be in the game in some form or fashion.
That'd be cool. The Legion of Doom could be in there too. I think they're not really super tied to WWE at the moment anymore. I don't know how that whole thing works, once the two main guys are, dead, but that'd be a cool one,
Bro, you can't be saying, you cannot say they're not tied to WWE.
Well, you know what I meant though. Like,
yeah, but like, of course they're not tied to WWE.
Well, I know, but there are states or whatever,
Sure, but like, yeah, okay. I'm going to leave that there. What ruled of that was I wasn't sure you knew that they were both dead, and then you was like, I don't know how it works when they're both dead, so tough. I was like, yeah, he knew. Okay.
Like the estate, like, who's some other, like Rick Rude? I don't think we've mentioned him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We do him.
That's always the thing.
I think Dusty's an easy one, right?
I'd assume so. There's probably some sort of weird legality with that.
Maybe, but
I don't,
because they still make his like toys and shit, don't they?
Right.
WWE.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd want him to like be associated with them just because of what he means to NXT, I guess. But
Shoot has nailed that. The Midnight Express.
Yeah,
that's a great example of one that's like Stan. I think is you have to do Condry. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's the original team. That'll be fine. It'd be really nice to get Bobby Eaton in a video game so all the young fucks know who he is because he was incredible. Raven's one that you could see. I think what we're learning here, guys, is there's like a lot of options when you don't actively restrict your wrestling promotion, which is nice. Bob, what are your thoughts on that as a bootlicker?
Yeah, I think it's good to not ignore all other wrestling. I think it adds to your program if you, treat it like it all exists. Rock and Roll Express actually feels kind of likely. They've been on the shows regularly, like not regularly. They've been on it more than once, right? Like so that feels feasible. Homicide will be fun. I mean, Taz will be cool too. I don't think Taz has been in too many games, like not that I can think of.
Do you know he did one of those on one of those SmackDown vs. Raw games? There was an angle where he like comes back to the ring.
Yes.
To defend like ECW's honor. It's very funny because he looks very large on commentary, and then like the character model of him in ring is obviously Prime Taz, which is very very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do FTR versus like the Rock and Roll, FTR versus Arn and Tully, and just have a great time for an hour and then never play again. FTR are fucking incredible. They're back, by the way, man.
Hell yeah.
They are back. FTR, I'm not saying they went anywhere, but they are back all the way. Well, remember when people told us they were washed?
Yeah, that was unfortunate, huh?
We won, though, didn't we? As usual.
Yes.
We won. There's a couple shaky months in the middle there, but in the end, we figured it out. Look at Shoot. They never left. We've already done that, Shoot. God damn. Try to bury me via the chat here.
Reese says Jeff Jarrett for the video game. Oh, man. If Tony could get Monty Brown in this fucking video game.
Listen, man. Jeff Jarrett will be doing other things by the time this video game comes.
Yeah.
He'll be the world heavyweight champion again.
I believe the thing with Jarrett was like this lawsuit he had kind of affected his whole likeness. That's why he didn't have a WWE action figure when he went into the Hall of Fame and like didn't get the standard 2-year WWE game contract. But I think that's almost done now. So, because he's got the action figure coming now through the Matt Cardona and the other guy thing. What's the name? Brian Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's like one of the first like Jeff Jarrett action figures of the past 10 or 15 years.
Shoot, you've been owned by James, who has pointed out that FTR themselves in the promo acknowledged that they kind of went somewhere for a while. So, hope you heard that before you left, pal. Chris Hero will be good. Hope Chris Hero wrestles again soon. I miss him. Celebrity roster: Shaq, Snoop, Tyson, Arquette, American Top Team.
Oh,
Top Team really was the. It was kind of trotting along. Arquette was a dip, and then a American Top Team. But yeah, I mean, Tyson will probably be hard to do, I think, to be honest, because I just think as much as his powers at TK, like I'd imagine his license is like actually valuable.
Yeah.
WWE did it for the Attitude thing, right?
Do what?
Didn't WWE have it at one point for like DLC?
No.
They used him 1 year, and then I think they did it next year, and they just used a guy.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. But there was 1 year where he was the bonus.
Oh, he was okay. He was in it. Yeah, I just remember the 1 year where he was like a pasty white dude.
That ruled, yeah.
The Steve Austin.
And that was like a mode that they just didn't.
Yeah, that was. I want to.
He's not.
Put it on
as far as I know, he's not in like the ESBC boxing game.
When's that coming out?
I don't know.
I know I ask that all the time. Like, I really want to play this.
It's a while away, I think, because they kind of put a statement. They were like, they were surprised by the level of interest and the amount of fighters they've got, so they're just going to take their time with it, which is probably for the best. Because let's be real, we need that game to be good. It's been a long time since we had a boxing game.
Yeah,
the roster is crazy, though, man. They got Wilder and Fury the last couple months. So
yeah,
I think wasn't Tyson in one of the UFC games too, which was weird.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. So was Fury and Joshua.
Yeah.
Fury and Joshua on the last UFC game for like no reason whatsoever.
I think Bruce Lee was in like, yeah.
There you go.
That's D'Lo Brown.
This is 2K16 with Mike Tyson.
Again, it's just D'Lo Brown. They just made him look a little different.
It's a little white, right? It looks to me like he's
white.
He looks more like me with a shave, to be honest. Chris Daniels has unlockable Curry Man also. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like Alta tires, they got to be doing.
We got a lot of options with that stuff.
A lot of them. You got to have Street Guy Eddie Kingston, and then Masao interviewed Eddie Kingston.
You got to have Surfer Sting on there, man. You got to have the old school Sting.
I can't wait to do Surfer Sting against Nick Cage. Are you kidding me?
Who on the AEW roster would be the best program for old school Sting? It's difficult, right? Like, it's hard to imagine them in that era. I mean, Kenny and him would be fun, but like, it's not.
Yeah.
Cody's probably the actual answer, which is hilarious.
I was gonna say Cody, and I didn't want to say Cody.
Yeah, he's the only one that really fits. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the confirmed shooter's retired from streaming.
No, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, bummer. No, that would actually be very bad for for our other shows.
The Patreon number is going to plummet.
Archer. Remember when it looked like they were setting something up with Sting and Archer and that whole thing, and then Just kind of.
Well, the payoff to that was that he eventually became like their friend, and that's how they got to the Miro match. That's how they pivoted. Miro killed Darby, and that's when Archer came out. It was weird.
Yeah.
That was their explanation for him being there. It was very strange.
Feels like there was something more there.
Oh, yeah, they dropped something there. It was like when Penta started a 1 week blood feud with Cody and then went back to being a babyface. That's funny. Malachi versus, that would work for sure.
Yeah.
He could be the Scorpion character. They never figured out who that was. It could be Black. It could be Malachi Black. Bob, do you think you could fight Malachi Black?
No, he's very scary.
He's very scary.
Spit mist at me.
To be fair, I see you sitting in the darkness last night. So you said
It's true.
you would be at home in that setting.
That is a good point. I was a little worried about the lighting in here today because one of my light bulbs blew up when I turned the light on. I mean, it burned out. It didn't blow up, but you know,
Exploded.
Yeah, it just exploded.
Yeah. Archer is Archer's an interesting one in terms of like he's wrong because people get really upset about it, but I just I think it's been fine. He's an older guy, man. Like he's there's still a lot of mouths to feed. Malachi Black is exploding Bob's bulbs. Had to read that very carefully. But how great is it when you realize that people have watched the Patreon content and they're operating at a different level of inside joke, and then you have to remind yourself that there's actually many people that are going to watch this that will never see that content. It's difficult, right, Bob? I'm sure you're struggling with that because you're like a different person on Patreon, right? You're much more talkative. You have to sign up for $1 to see that, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he much more talkative?
No, he doesn't talk at all.
He's
More. This is the most talkative he's been in weeks on this show here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's not 10 p.m. and which I shouldn't use an excuse because it's earlier for me than everyone else on the stream.
Yeah, but to quote the confirmed shoot via text, Bob is very awake.
It's true.
Agreed.
He's not wrong.
The Oracle of Wrestling is going to become something we reference regularly on the distraction. No one's going to understand what we're talking about, but he'll pop him. So that's good.
I tried to get him on the post show, and he laughed at me.
He did. He really gave off an essence of like, go fuck yourself for that, which was interesting. He was like, you fucking no way, I'm working. Oh man, big draft tomorrow. He's fired up. We're all fired up for that.
I don't think you late night grin guys actually like me. It's very concerning.
What, the Grinner Circle?
Yeah.
Well, Bob's one of the late night grin guys. Bob?
Yeah, I definitely don't think he likes me.
Oh, no, come on. No, you never come hang out with us, so that's part of it.
You never come hang out with us. Like we're at the park together.
No, everyone likes you.
That is tremendous. You never come and hang out with us.
It's all right. At least
we're going to say that every time Jeremy's not on the show. Now I'm going to say that. I'm going to announce that publicly.
At least you don't turn down coming to hang out on the streams with us and then just get mad when you're not included in things like certain other people who
wow, what is this about?
Jack Crosby was supposed to be on way more often. He's busy, and that's fair. And then he gets mad when he isn't invited to do things.
I'm just texting right now.
I just show up to stuff.
That's fair.
See, that's the thing. I'm busy, and so I wish I had more time to hang out with you guys.
So here's the deal.
You guys do shows at 11 o'clock on Friday, and that's
fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I've just texted in the group chat. Robert O'Neill has just buried Jack Crosby, and before I could even hit send, Shoot has texted me, "Oh my god, what a Crosby burial!" So it appears there is heat here taking place live.
He's going to be mad at me because I did that yesterday too. I told him he killed your territory.
Yeah.
He's going to kick the shit out of you, Bob.
No, he is. It's not ideal.
Of all the guys not to go at, you got Crosby. He's serious, man.
Where's Crosby at? He's got the link to this. He's on Twitter right now.
He's a father. He's not allowed to do podcasts. He's a father.
Not allowed to do podcasts.
Bit late. Could they get Eddie Guerrero for the AEW game? I don't know how that works, man. I don't know. I mean, obviously Chavo and Vicky are there, but I don't know how it works. Interesting one.
Potentially.
Hollywood Jeremy Lambert. That's your new bit. There you go.
Nah,
Too good for the C shows.
Denise will sue me at the Hollywood South Side.
Wow.
Yeah. She's got Hollywood trademarked, I'm pretty sure.
Anytime Bob shoots, he should be wearing a cowboy hat.
It's true. I do have it. It's right over there.
He's gonna give you the Crosby cutter. Oh wow, man! Imagine Jack hitting a big cutter. Oh God bless. Not taking it on his knees like Kane.
Yeah, no, Jack's great. I love Jack.
I feel like there's some heat there.
Feels like there's a lot of heat on this show, guys. What's going on here? All I do is bring an action figure on the air, and everyone's talking about who likes each other, and it's just like Jack's getting buried for no apparent reason. You guys needed someone sending you Samoa Joe toys in the middle of the day. Guys. You know. I think it will be. We're talking about the G1, the Grade 1 Climax. Jeremy,
what's been your favorite match from the G1 Climax, Joseph?
Great O'Khan versus Sonata, definitely.
Yeah.
Really love the 27th minute of that one. No, look, I haven't seen any of it. I've heard it's been good from some people. I've heard it's been bad from others, but I'm just out of the loop. And I'll be real with everyone. Doing this many of these shows does not make me want to watch more wrestling. To be very honest.
Yes, 100%.
I've been doing a lot of shows, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. But when I get off, I really need to completely forget about professional wrestling as a concept or whatever. So there you go. Bob's left again. He's a coward.
If I popped on Jack right now, right as O'Neal left,
he just buries him and leaves before Bob even gets back. Oh, God bless. Yeah. Guys, I assume the G1's been good. I'll be honest with you though, that roster also doesn't really interest me very much. Okada and Tanahashi are all timers. I love them both, but I'm not really. I don't need to see more at this point in my life. And then, who else is? I mean, obviously the evil stuff's just funny to watch via Twitter. When the world's back to normal and there's people going back and forth, I'll try to get back into it. But until then, I don't know.
I've watched because I've been up for some of it. I watched Okada and Tanahashi because some mark for those two. I've watched some Zack Sabre Jr. stuff, and I've watched some Kenta stuff. I'm obviously selecting matches that are good in the main event matches and stuff. So it's been fine, but yeah, it's tough to get into it right now because they're working with the Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb has been killing it from everything I've seen. I can't say I've watched anything of his that was centered around him. If he wasn't wrestling one of those guys, probably haven't watched it. But they're working with a smaller roster because some guys are just in America and everything. And so that kind of takes me out of it a little bit. And I just don't think everything building up to it hasn't been good either.
Yeah, listen, it happens, right? Promotions get hot, they get cold. It does. I'll be honest, it feels like it's very cold right now. A lot of that is because they've stopped people from talking about it on Twitter, which I would suggest against.
That's not good. The crowd stuff is
exactly, and that's out of their control. Because that's brutal, man. That is a real problem. For me, it is anyway. For some people, it might not be. Chris, go head off to the airport. Have a good day, pal. We appreciate you tuning in. Issue's got it. All these guys are still great. It's just I feel like I've seen them a lot, and it's the same reason why if someone tells me an AJ match on Raw is I'm all right, man. Maybe I'll watch at some point, but I've seen a lot of great AJ team. I'm not desperate to watch his latest one with John Morrison or whatever. It's not a knock. It just is what it is.
I regret to inform Shoot that whatever he's trying to do, I have control over, and because you've called me the Dolph Ziggler, I don't have to actually do anything.
Oh no! Is Shoot got a ploy is going on backstage?
Yeah.
Oh man!
Oh my God!
This is going to get bad for Bob. I think.
Shaq, my God, Shaq is here.
I think this is going to go poorly for Bob O'Neal. I think he's got a lot of heat here right now. I'm going to be honest.
No.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm not putting the Shoot's gimmick, whatever it is. I'm not putting it on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is he actually backstage now, or is he is he like requesting something?
He has a gimmick backstage that I refuse.
Is it a gun?
No.
Okay.
We're video game guys, not guns.
Okay, fair. Oh, I just wondered if he's gonna. I assume he's gonna like attack Bob via StreamYard.
I'm not doing it.
Oh,
whatever
man.
he thinks he's trying to pull, it's not happening.
When you get Crosby, if we're being honest with each other.
I messaged Crosby.
He's a coward.
Oh
Wow.
I'm now texting Jack. He just called you a coward. How good does this gimmick appear to be, Jeremy?
It's a Disney gimmick.
That's interesting. Okay.
All right. Should I put it on screen?
I believe so.
All right. We've been here for an hour. Jesus, what is wrong with all of you people?
Sorry to hear that.
How's it going, guys?
Oh my god. Hey man, how are you?
I'm doing good. Bob, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. Dolph, you?
I'm well. Doing well. How are you?
He's
like
like
shoes into the shot his
shoes on. It was tremendous the way the arm kind of scurried away.
I didn't even realize it was on there. Oh well.
Shoot, I don't know if you've noticed, but this thing's got pretty heated. All I wanted to do was talk about my Smojo action figure, and everyone's talking about heat, and Bob's burying Jack Crosby, and it's getting kind of nasty. I don't know if you've heard.
It seems about the norm, right?
Well, I don't know. Like, we're pretty over the late night grin. The Grinner Circle is pretty friendly, but Jeremy's he's getting aggressive. And as Bob said, he never comes to play with us.
Am I the Cody of this?
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
That's good shit, man.
Is that what this is?
That's good stuff because we've got to make Bob a young buck in that case, right? Bob and Oracle, the young bucks.
The American Nightmare,
TK?
Jeremy Lambert.
TK Joseph, and then
I guess so. Yeah.
Is Omega.
Yeah. God, that rules in so many ways. All of that is funny.
That is great.
Yeah.
Can I put an American Nightmare Jeremy Lambert shirt on the shop?
Sure.
You probably can't do that.
Yeah, I think you'll get sued. For sure.
Oh, the
Just like
Patreon
just like-
nightmare.
I can take the cartoon face from the Point God shirt and put American flag on it. And
Honestly, the shirts and the shit you come up with, whatever you want to do, I'm fine with it. Yeah, Almatic says it. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. She's probably listening, watching. I'm sorry. That the EP has been labeled.
Oh,
Brandy.
yeah.
I
thought it was going to be a Nick.
Brandy's great. What's the problem?
Brandy rules on the show.
She's good.
Yeah.
Bob, what do you feel about Brandy Rhodes?
She is the most interesting part of Road to the Top. I'll give her that. And that YouTube show where she just gets drunk with people. Very good.
Yeah, that does rule. That's on tonight, actually.
If, hypothetically, you was watching AEW Dynamite, the greatest wrestling television show ever produced, and Brandy Rhodes appeared, what would be your Twitter reaction to that, Bob?
You know, I don't think I'd say anything just because I don't feel like dealing with, because a lot of people that follow me don't care for her. So I just don't want to be like, she's bad, actually. I don't feel like dealing with that. I'm retired from that.
So what you're saying is you'd rather not tweet, Brandy Rhodes, please hit me so hard that I'm left with a neck tattoo on Twitter in case that someone would respond that she's bad, actually.
That's a good one. But yeah, no, I'd probably not do that.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I was going to go elsewhere with that, and I really had to stop. That took a lot for me to stop myself. Yeah, you could. I mean, you could do Brandy hello, but then people would be like goodbye, LOL, with their Stephanie fucking Twitter profile pictures. Losers. Everyone's calling you a coward now, Bob. Shoot, why is Jack Crosby? We're trying to bait him into a war here, and Crosby's ducking us.
He's probably feeding his kid or something. Sorry to
Fucking
hear that.
loser. Yeah,
Yeah.
what a dork. He will grow up a bit, man. Is it actually one of the greatest things ever said on any show? Is Jeremy asking why the Grinner Circle doesn't like him, and Bob saying, "You don't hang out with us, man."
Yeah, I caught that.
That is incredible. The phrasing of that is just wonderful. Like he's like no showing the dinner party or whatever. You know, like we're going clubbing tonight. Jeremy's no showed us again. Okay.
I've booked myself for the late night grin where you guys booked the territory. I'm very excited about this, by the way. I am very excited.
It's going to disappoint you tremendously because it's probably going to be like a 10-minute segment.
I don't think
And then we'll just start talking about COVID.
We did 20 minutes on COVID the other night. And in the middle of it, she was in the middle of talking and was like, God, we're really talking about this. And I was like, yeah, it seems that way. He's talking about the ways we reacted to COVID. We buried Bob for no apparent reason. Yeah, Bob's left again.
Yeah, he calls Jack a coward, and then like he's the one that keeps leaving.
In all seriousness, what does a fight look like between Jack and Bob?
Oh man,
Crosby in one.
Yeah, not good for a meal.
You think Crosby just lights him up, hand speed?
Oh,
Yeah.
easily,
No doubt.
big time speed advantage.
He's got dad strength now.
Yeah, I feel like there's an edge to Jack Crosby that just simply doesn't exist in Robert O'Neill. You know, there's a temperament shift in Jack that I think would frighten Bob. Frankly, Bob's he's meek and mild. Let's be real. The most rage we've ever got out of him was, "Come on, man."
I think there's a decent chance that Jack's killed somebody. Honestly,
I agree. Yeah, I honestly would say more than one, but I don't want to speculate on the air.
Is Jack Arn?
He probably would kick the shit out of Arn Anderson, to be honest with you, man.
yeah.
True.
Like, there was a point in the MLW show where Shoot did like an opening comedic rant that went about 4 minutes. And then 15 minutes later, Jack was still in the midst of his rant and he was asking how he's going to look his child in the face after watching MLW. And I was like, man, I'm a bit worried about Crosby. You know? Yeah.
What a great line.
Dude, look at this. Crosby with a Judas effect in 20 seconds. Imagine Bob eating a Judas effect. Oh my God, what a visual.
Bob,
Dude,
did you see my tweet that we're going to do a football show in the spring?
No, are we? That's good.
Yeah.
We should do that.
We're just gonna put football show on the grin.
Just call it football show.
Once Joseph teaches me how to use the stream thing, it's over, man.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
Why don't you guys do it now?
We should.
The league, we're doing it for the USFL, not the NFL. That's bullshit.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Until you learn how to use the StreamYard, and then we just do one when Joseph's gone in a couple weeks.
I mean,
Shoot, do you want like access to the StreamYard?
we should
I'm
probably
gonna
do
have
that.
to here in a couple weeks because we got to do the grin while Joseph's in America.
Yeah.
So I have to run the show. It's gonna go very poorly.
Gonna be a video insert of me walking the streets of Philadelphia while living in America, please.
Give them the login info, Joseph.
I don't know what the login info is.
All right, I'll DM you.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Is Shoot not blocked you on Twitter?
Maybe.
He's blocked Dolph, I'm pretty sure.
Are we actually going to that hockey game? We just kind of never talked about it again.
Yes, I thought that was more or less confirmed.
You told me you were going to buy the tickets, and then I just never heard from you again.
Because you blocked me.
Adrian asked me about that, and I was like, I don't know. I never heard back from you.
Yes, we're going. This is a thing. I promise.
That rules.
Okay.
Doc asks Bob, what's your finisher in wrestling?
I don't know, because I mean, I'm not very good at anything, so
Oh no!
You know.
Don't say that shit, dude. Don't.
no, just like
It's
in
a
that
V trigger
regard.
to the thigh.
Yeah,
God, that would hurt, man.
do
Ties
some shit
his
music
leg
and
up.
get them like in the middle of the chest instead of in the head.
Do you not think you could do the F5?
No,
His knees would give out.
yeah,
Could you do the
Nothing
F5
wrong
to
with
Marco
lifting
stunt?
people.
yes.
Okay, there you go. There's somewhere to start. Just get yourself booked with Marco on WrestleMania weekend. And then work backwards.
The only thing with the F5 is like you have to roll backwards as you're dropping him, and I would probably just drop the person right on me, which seems counterproductive.
Wow. Would Bob go to the top rope?
I don't think so.
Definitely not.
That's
I mean,
not a
you
good
just
idea.
told me that you think you would fall down doing the F5, so I'm going to say you shouldn't go to top
Yeah.
rope. No. Yeah. The Bobo Sunrise.
There it is.
Who on wrestling Twitter would take the best Bobo Sunrise? That's a skill, taking that move. That's a weird move, right?
Yeah.
Flip bump. Crosby could probably take it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't though.
No, he'd say he'd just kick Bob in the dick and go home. Catch him with a single punch off the top rope and pin him. Yeah. Bob, your submission move, what would that be? A Kimura in tribute to Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I think we'll just go with that.
Dude, the Bob shot lariat.
Gosh, there's no way you could pull that off.
No.
No way.
I've decided that whenever I appear on this YouTube channel, this is how I'm going to appear. You have to pay to actually see me.
Dude, that is. Can I just tell you how horrible it is from my perspective? Because I usually am looking if, like, I can tell if you're going to talk for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Now there is none of that. So I have no signal when you're going to talk or when you're not going to talk.
You want to know? You want to hear my actual logic behind this? Because it makes no sense and it's peak me. Well, I'm working right now, so now they can't prove that I'm actually on the show because you can't see me.
You're only on the clock for like 20 more minutes, right?
Yeah.
Saying that we should probably be going home by then, so that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't believe Jack Crosby's such a coward, man. I really thought he was going to come in and just bury Bob on the way home here.
Actually, I probably should go, guys. Here's where I'm going to reach my arm into this camera so that I can leave the stream.
4 or 5 wits thinks that you should get a cut out, which would defeat the object in many ways.
That would be funny, though.
It would, yeah.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye, pal.
Jeremy,
Oh, shoot.
I think you're okay, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
See you on, see
like
you
a
on the
solid
grid,
six
pal.
out of 10.
Shortly. Have a good night, shoot.
Keep grinning.
I'll remove him so he doesn't have to only try to click out with his hand so it can appear on screen if he needs to.
The Bob shot lariat is when Bob rolls under the bottom rope. God bless.
Oh, man.
Wow. He's here to show the world, Jeremy. That should be on a Twitter bio. Here to show the world.
Jeremy has a pretty good Twitter bio.
What is it?
I don't know.
Something about tweeting to pop yourself or whatever, which I relate to. It's good stuff.
My bio is now my email account for a range of political reasons.
Do you want me to email you?
Yeah, I would like to, yeah. For a while there, my bio had Fightful in it, and everyone would quote to me like LOL and other Fightful guys, so I try to get away from that.
Yeah, people get real upset about that whole thing.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it is, in fairness, it is very nerdy to work for Fightful.com. It's definitely less nerdy to just instead tweet about professional wrestling all fucking day from, without any interest in being on Fightful.com. Definitely.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
How much does it rule that you're like basically on Fightful.com as much as I am now?
It's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, considering where things were like 18 months ago to now, what a journey.
Factual. Bob Maker Lariat. God bless. Bobbin drop or coffin Bob? Bobbin drop, definitely.
Oh, my. Can't do the coffin drop. I would die. I don't know how he does that without, like.
That's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a very good professional wrestler. I think I'd cut myself a lot, though, for the business.
That's all you need, man.
The Bobacon device. Fair. Spinning Bob Fist. Wow, man. Chat love. They love just adapting the name Bob into different functions. It's good stuff. The One Word Angel. Oh, Bob. Now we're talking. The One Word Angel. Okay.
That's a
Bob
good
Slam. Do you know my back screen on my phone now is the Lucha Bros? I was advised to get a more colourful phone back screen, so now I have the Lucha Bros.
Oh, there you go.
Very colourful. I'm told it's good for your mood, guys.
To have a colorful background.
Apparently, yeah. Before mine was black. Seems bad.
My phone background. Is my phone dead? My phone's dead. I can't show my background. It's just the regular default Galaxy one, though. I never changed it.
Well, that's not really thrilling or anything.
And my ringtone's just the T-Mobile jingle.
It's not thrilling at all. Is that your background or your wallpaper? Because
Both. I do both. I'm
you
too
have
lazy.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard yours is the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Mine?
Yeah. And then when you unlock it, it does the like, remember that laugh that used to play across the arena? The tape machine sometimes posts for no reason.
That'd be awesome.
God, that rules.
That was mine.
Do you think Bray Wyatt's phone screen is just a picture of him as the Fiend? Because that would rule, wouldn't it? I'm sure it's not. He has a lot cooler things in his life to have his phone background, but it would rule if instead just a picture of him as Bray Wyatt.
No, I have a bright picture as mine.
You do?
Yeah.
One that can't be shared on here.
I mean, it can be. The people. It's me and Brandy. There you go.
Brandy. Which wrestler is most likely to have a picture of themselves as their phone back screen? Wallpaper, whatever. All of them. Cody Rhodes. Code Man has got to be it, right? I don't know, Bob. Which is most likely? What do you think?
Probably Ziggler, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes even more sense for me.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's fine, right?
Seems problematic in some ways, but he also has the reputation of being just the nicest guy in wrestling. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Ziggler, yeah.
People talk about him and he legit. I'm not doing a bit when I say this. He may be the most widely praised human being in professional wrestling that I hear very little bad about.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if his back screen is him as a stand-up comedian, I rescind everything I just said about him. But did you see the Mojo Rawley thing with Chris Hero?
Yeah, you allowed me to watch that. I'm still writing stories from that, but go ahead.
When Dolph comes up on that, Mojo says it, right? He's like, he went to a house show before he got signed, and Dolph was being a complete piece of shit heel and made a very tasteless joke about something I won't repeat on here. And he was like, which is hilarious looking back because, Dolph Ziggler's he's the nicest guy in the whole industry. He says something like that. And Chris Hero nods because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know. I don't have ever met Dolph Ziggler. If they ever cross paths, I have no clue. But I always hear shit like that about old Dolph. Bless him. Sometimes he's bad on Twitter, though. And I would suggest he stop talking about politics. You should stop talking about politics too, Bob.
I agree.
Especially in 2014. Which was a big year for Dolph also, ironically.
It's true.
Yeah. Wonder if you and Dolph would get along, Bob. What do you think?
Probably, in small doses.
Yeah. Adam Cole is another one that no one has heard a bad word about Adam Cole.
No.
He just seems like a just pristine human being. Wonderful guy.
Even when he was talking about how WWE wanted him to change his look and change his name, he was so polite about it. You can tell he was. Do what?
It's good because he's a star. Sometimes you get the sense you have to be an arsehole to be a star, right?
Right, yeah. But you could tell he's I don't know. But he was still just so kind about it. It was bless this man.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy. I'm glad that he's all the way. I've always been a big fan of Cole. I've always been a big fan, right?
Yeah, always.
I always let it play out. Always was a big fan of Adam Cole, baby. Well, NHL on TNT did 817,000 viewers with a .32 rating.
Yeah. Not as good as Dynamite.
Yeah, here's the thing about the NHL, Joseph, is not a lot of people care about it.
Yeah, you guys were talking about this last night. I didn't understand that before.
Yeah. That's about what they did, I think, it's just part of the problem is there's only been a few good teams the past 10 years or so. But also just it's not a sport that a ton of people are into for a lot of reasons.
I do think, I'm not saying they're going to do these amazing ratings or anything. The ESPN game on Tuesday night did 983 and a .38. The 10 o'clock game did really well too, but that was Seattle's first game, so that makes sense. That did a .32. I do think now that they are on like ESPN, I do think that they were on ESPN and TNT. Like, I do think it'll help their visibility with everything, because before it was what were they on? I don't even know. Sometimes they were on NBC Sports, right? Like no one gave a shit about that. So I think being on both of these networks will help their visibility. I'm not saying they're going to do like great gangbuster ratings or anything, but I do hope like the sport grows a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you see him really well now? I feel like I've done a good job of navigating.
Yeah, you have. Yes.
Looks like Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Wonder if that was going well for that one. Bob, what do you think?
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about last night on the Grin? Last night? Fuck no. Last week on the Grin when poor Bob's, he made Brock and Samoa Joe his match of the week and we all just buried it for 10 minutes and then moved on while Bob sat there in silence. Awful.
Yeah, which, I mean, in hindsight, like, that's fair. What are we watching this week? Batista and...
Bob Lashley and Batista, which I haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
Bob Lashley and Batista.
Yeah, it's a match I never knew happened. It was on my YouTube suggestions. I was like, oh, fuck it, that's my match of the week. It's like 8 minutes long. It's definitely got some random episode of SmackDown. It's definitely got a no finish, but like, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's that thing is almost supposed to be for weird matches too, so that feels like a good fit.
Yeah.
When do
Anyway,
you think they've wrestled? I'll look this up.
once.
That was their only match.
Yeah.
They actually wrestled.
Like against each other, I'd say that's it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, 1-on-1. 2006 SmackDown.
Yep.
Well, you guys are.
Oh,
Do you know the specifics of it?
No.
Okay, it's a 5-minute no contest.
Yeah, that makes sense. I saw the video was 8 minutes long and it had entrances, and like I know they're not going to beat either. Like, but it was just a weird match.
Yeah.
Right.
See what it looks like. When Bob inevitably gets his Fed accent, like Kofi and Apollo, what country does his accent come from?
England, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually was going to say Ireland.
Probably
Just because that pops me more. Like you as like Sheamus's little brother with a hair dye deal, that would be good.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I think that'd be the best one. Bob O'Neill. We should probably start winding down, guys. I'm getting pretty tired.
It's almost 6. We've done an hour and a half post show, which is longer than our actual show. Which
Oh God.
Yeah, I have to do my other show right after this, so just rolling right into it.
Plug it, Bob. Plug yourself.
Yeah, the Ruthless Aggression podcast on the Barber's Chair Network. I retweet it when it gets posted. We're talking about No Mercy 2005 this week.
What's on that show, Bob?
It is main evented by Batista against Eddie Guerrero in what would be Eddie's last big match, which it's a bummer, but and then also Raw Homecoming, which has a 30-minute Michaels Angle match, which I don't think I liked as much as their other two matches, but
Well, there you go, folks. You guys support Bob there. Tomorrow night, latenightgrin.com for the Late Night Grin. Double header this weekend, folks. Friday and Saturday.
Too big for one night.
Too big for one night. We've got a couple of open chairs there, Jeremy, as well, so you're invited to play with us if you'd like to on Saturday.
Sorry, O'Neill's going to yell at me for
trying to hang at the park with us. So yeah, that's on the Grin. I don't think we'll do anything else tomorrow, so see you guys then, I guess. Or some of you anyway. All hell.
You guys can go there tomorrow, twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. About 5 o'clock, we're going to be playing Detroit Become Human. We're going to be doing that. Game. Yeah. We started playing it last week, and it was interesting. I did not know what to expect.
Yeah, like the concept, I didn't know how it would hold up in practice, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, what do you think Samoa Joe's career highlights are?
That match against Ray.
Remember on the action figure I'm talking about here, on the official listing.
Oh, Jesus. NXT champion.
Factual.
How many are there?
There's 2.
Okay, NXT
there's
champion.
There's 3 lines. There's only 2 listings.
Samoan submission machine.
He actually apparently was the United States champion, which was the Ray match.
Yeah.
And it says, at Survivor Series 2018, Team SmackDown, recruited the Destroyer to dominate Team Raw. 35 seconds. So
It worked really well. Huh?
Yep, there you go. God bless him.
We're going to be playing Detroit Become Human tomorrow. This weekend, I don't know when, probably Saturday at some point. We're going to play in NHL 22 on twitch.tv/Fightful Gaming. And I'm going to let O'Neal how the game is so we can buy it and I can kick the shit out of him on stream.
Double thumbs up there from Bob.
Yeah.
We should. You have a PS5. We should play a game on stream at some point. Yeah.
Nice if you guys play with each other. You know, Bob seemed heated about it earlier.
Guys, thank you for the first official post show on the YouTube channel. Soon enough, we'll be making millions of dollars from this damn thing.
Factual. Please email me your money.
PayPal us your money instead of, since we can't get super chats. You guys have a good evening. Enjoy whatever you're watching tonight. Talk to y'all later on.